Who would you rather be stuck in a room with? Felice Johnson or Hisoka? Who would you trust more with your life? Chris or Mr. Krabs? Who's winning an eating contest? Goku or Luffy? Who had the worst anime fan base? Would you risk it all for Melina? Asking the real question. What's good, y'all? It's your boy WesSideLive, and I am back here again with another video. I just want to make an announcement. I don't actually ask y'all to like the video, but it seems that all the analytics has showed that YouTube really cares about that like button. All right, y'all always show up, and I love y'all for that. But it seems that the data shows that YouTube wants likes. If y'all so kindly hit the like button. Okay, we can push out these videos to people, to the good people. I really appreciate that. Anyways, we are here for a video of all videos. Anybody remember the days that were here where I was literally doing whole grand tournaments through the polls? I've been putting out masterpiece questions, like who's the better rapper? Riley Reid or Belle Delphine? This one had 108,000 votes back then. Out of the big three, who had the best shows? Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel. 85% of y'all voted Cartoon Network, which I 100% agree by far. Although Nickelodeon had, I would say Nickelodeon was top heavy. Disney Channel had some bangers here and there. So Disney Channel definitely knew who their audience was for the most part. But Cartoon Network just from top to bottom had the best shows by far. But those was about 3 years ago. So we're here to read out the results because I just love chaos. Some of these got y'all in y'all's feelings. First question, would you risk it all for Melina? Listen, bro, 57% of y'all said nah. Y'all are not worthy, okay? I can change her, okay? I can fix that, all right? Some of y'all would say, well, maybe we can find a cure for the teeth. No, bring the teeth with it, okay? That got 360 would go crazy. Tongue, have you seen that tongue action? I can fix that. I can change her. I asked y'all best new gen anime. JJK, Chainsaw Man, and Demon Slayer. What the fuck is that sound? Why you always like to cut grass when I'm making a video? Okay, I've already came out and said I don't like the fact that we call these new gen anymore. Okay, My Hero is a vet in the game, but people still call it new gen. New current generation of anime. Out of these, y'all said JJK with 54%, okay, which I can kind of understand why. But I agree, Sly Cat. The fact that the two are animated by the same studio tells me more than enough. Plus Attack on Titan, plus Vinland Saga, plus Hell's Paradise. I heard in the ether that it could be One Punch Man. Who knows? Alright, Mappa has taken over the game, alright? But I wanted to stir up some things, so I asked y'all, which anime is better, JJK or Mob Psycho? 62% said JJK, 38% said Mob Psycho, and I must say, I had some very salty people in this comment section. You know, it might be too early to say JJK is better than it now, anime-wise. The thing about Mob Psycho, I went back and watched Mob Psycho when I mean like a couple months ago recently. And I enjoyed it. Mob Psycho is still one of my favorite animes of all time. But I did see some cracks, because I'm also one of those people that, oh my gosh, Mob Psycho is amazing, it's gonna be top 5 all time, blah, blah. But I went back and watching it, especially seeing the final season, how it ended, I did see cracks in that armor. I definitely feel like a lot of the background characters didn't get any shine whatsoever as much as we think that they did. I do think there are a lot of tropes that are in here that annoyed me the second time I watched it. But when you really go back and watch, there is a good amount of tropey stuff in Mob Psycho, especially in season 2, especially that last season 2 fight. Season 3 was, it's fine, it was anime, you know, I didn't feel like it lived up to the hype I was expecting it to be. That's just me though. I know some people are gonna be mad at that take. I don't give a shit. Everybody has flaws. But I also wanted to see which one's better between Jujutsu Kaisen and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Y'all said 69% said JJK. 31% of y'all said Cyberpunk Edge Runners. One of the things I want to say and get this out of the way, please stop with this dumbass comment of saying one of them is short and one of them is a lengthy shonen. We can't compare. Yes, the fuck you can. What are you talking about? You can definitely compare. It is an action sci-fi show versus a shonen action show with a large cast of characters, with the main central character just trying to make it in the world, in the setting that he is in. You can compare these two any day of the week. That is stupid. Just because you like them both for different reasons doesn't mean you can't compare the two. Okay, this whole because it's short or because it's slightly a different genre, I can't compare. Yes, you can. Okay, I like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but I didn't think it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But everybody was saying it was the greatest thing at sliced bread when it first aired, which I totally disagree with. I think it's around an 8 out of 10. That's just me. I think it did win anime of the year. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure JJK won anime of the year too. So, I mean. To get to the main event, best anime in the last decade. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, JJK, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan. I just wanted to see if anything was going to take down Attack on Titan because I knew Attack on Titan was going to win, but Attack on Titan winning with 50%. I mean, JoJo Bizarre Adventure, I think you definitely got to give it some credit. I think you can definitely say JoJo competes on Attack on Titan. Vinland Saga is also a masterpiece within itself, okay? JJK, you know, still a little fresh, still a little new. Worst fan base in anime, My Hero, with a whopping 72% out of 48,000 votes. Here's my thing. I kind of disagree. I think My Hero's fan base they're probably the youngest fan base in this group. And I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, the mindset of their fan base really. Although all of these fan bases have young fans, but Dragon Ball fans have a lot of older fans. One Piece fans have a lot of older fans. Attack on Titan fans have a lot of older fans. My Hero, they have older fans, sure, but let's be real, there's a lot more younger people in it for this fan base, because everybody be like, well, the shipping is terrible, and this is like, you know what? Who's the real worst fan base out of this is? Okay, it's Naruto. It's Naruto. And I said this in the comment section. It's Naruto. The only reason why I didn't put Naruto on here is because people don't remember it. And people don't remember it because of Boruto, and people don't talk about Boruto like that. So people forgot. I was there. Y'all think My Hero Academia fans are bad? Naruto is their daddy, is their parent. Naruto fan base back in the day of the hype of Naruto, when it was leading to the last chapters of Naruto, was hell on earth. Everybody be like, death threats, crazies, shipping, Naruto. When people say that and say, well, Naruto can't be the worst because of this, and that, and that. Who do you think started that shit? Yes, fan bases have always been crazy since the beginning of time. But I'm talking about the bad habits that have developed that we come to know from specific animes in general. Who do you think cultivated that? Who do you think started that? It was Naruto fans. Naruto fans sent out death threats to the creator because they didn't put Naruto and Sakura together, or Naruto and Sasuke together. It was one of, if not the first one to do that. Naruto fans were the trailblazers of doxing, harassment, if you didn't agree with said opinion on Naruto back in the day. Naruto fans were the start of the psychopathic shipping. Anybody was there at the beginning of YouTube. What did you see? There was A and B Dragon Ball videos and a bunch of shipping crap from Naruto. Y'all thought My Hero Academia shipping is bad? Try on for size the shipping in Naruto back in 2009 and 2010 and come back to me. There was even a Naruto fan, which is a sad story, but it's true. It is a Naruto fan that killed themselves because Itachi died in the story. Alright? Naruto fans, just talk to a Sakura fan. Talk to a Sakura fan on Twitter and see how long that conversation is going. Talk to them on Twitter. That's their lives. There's something off about Naruto fans. There's something weird. There's something about the energy of Naruto fans that is just off about them. Especially back in the day when the last chapters of Naruto, the Ninja War was coming out. It was hell on earth. There was fights and wars between every sector of the Naruto fan base. Every sector. But some of y'all too young to remember that, so I didn't put it there, okay? I only put in what we remember now. And Dragon Ball, and if I had to explain every single one of these fan base, Dragon Ball fans are stupid, okay? That's why they're one of the worst. They're fucking dumb. As a Dragon Ball fanboy, Dragon Ball fans are literally some of the dumbest people I have ever seen. Okay? My Hero Academia fans, some of them premature and young, and some of them just kind of retarded. One Piece fans, the most obnoxious motherfuckers. The most obnoxious niggas. The most obnoxious niggas I have ever seen in my life. Okay, we get it. You love One Piece. Nobody gives a shit. As far as Attack on Titan fans, if you ask me out of everybody on this list who's the worst, I'm personally going to say Attack on Titan fans currently. That fandom is putrid. Okay, that's a putrid, disgraceful fan base in every sense of the word. Whether it's just obnoxiousness, whether it's just underappreciativeness. Like truly, that fan base doesn't appreciate shit. Okay? Shite. They don't appreciate nothing. Ingrates. And I never seen a fan base that goes out of the way to try to ruin other fans' good time of their own series. I've never seen that before. Like, I don't know, like Attack on Titan fan base is just, I mean, their shipping is just as bad. Just as delusional about a lot of things. It's just, Attack on Titan, whatever. Let's go back to some classic ones. All right. I remember doing a whole tournament arc of what was the best cartoon show of all time between Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon. And out of that tournament, Gravity Falls, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and OG Teen Titans ended up winning, which is not surprising. I would say respectfully and objectively, those three are probably the best cartoons of all time. All of these instant classics, and I probably do 100% agree with the winner. Avatar: The Last Airbender, greatest cartoon of all time. Another big one was the greatest thing I've ever seen till this day. Balanced as all things should be. Some of y'all remember 3 years ago I did a poll. I don't know, Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Dragon Ball Z, and it got a 50-50 to this day. 68,000 votes. I don't care what y'all think or say. There is no other poll. Goated. I am proud of what happened this day. And granted, when you vote on these polls, you don't even see the percentage until you vote. You can't lie on the numbers. On 68,000 people, 34,000 people voted for each side. Then I did it again about a year or 2 years ago. Less votes this time, of course. There's always going to probably be less the second time. 38,000 votes. It was at 50 for a little while, but Dragon Ball Z pulled it out at the end with that 1%. That 1%. Almost balance, okay? So I said, you know what? While I'm doing this video, okay, community tab, third time is the charm. Maybe it'll be different, okay? Different world. Maybe some things has changed, all right? So we're gonna post that right on here live, baby. We'll see how that turns out. Best transformation form in anime, not named Super Saiyan, because if I put Super Saiyan in this, y'all definitely would have picked that. Naruto 6 Pass Sage Mode, Gear 5 Luffy, Ichigo's weird-ass demon form, and the Founding Titan Eren. 33% of y'all said Gear 5 Luffy. I'm a little shocked at that. Not really, recency bias. I don't know. I think Founding Titan objectively is the best here. It's not as cool as these other three. I understand. But as far as like where the plot went and how it's actually used in the series, these are gained through regular shonen tropes. This was built different. This moment, seeing Eren go from where he was to this is just built different. I think objectively it's the best form on here. Finally, this is one of my big ones, okay? I said, let's settle this. Who's the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? And my goodness, I thought y'all was gonna let me down at first because I'm pretty sure Raph IL was in the lead for a little while, and then my boy Leo. Leonardo! So the fact that Leo won and Raph didn't even come in second place, Mikey did. That is crazy. Now, some of y'all noticed that Donnie don't ever get no love. You know what's funny? I think there is like an evolution of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. Okay? I think as a child, we turn into Mikey fans. Like, we're a Mikey fan. Mikey's for the kids, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's an enjoyable character. Then I think you get a little bit older and you go for the more cool guy type of look, you know, a Leonardo. Because Leonardo, in my opinion, just off of aesthetic purposes, is the coolest one and the leader. And then you get a little bit older, you know, you go through your teens and your young adult phase, you know, you get a little edgy, you go to Raph. And then I think once you get around like a little bit my age, you really come to appreciate Donnie. I don't know what it is, but he's not my favorite, but in my opinion, he's my second favorite out of these four. But like as the older I'm getting, I just find a real new appreciation for Donatello. I don't know, there's just something about him. I think also, in my opinion, I know a lot of people think it's Mikey. I think Mikey is a little bit too childish, goofy for me. Donatello is the funniest turtle. I don't care what nobody says. He is the funniest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Okay? He just be saying some slick shit. Okay?
Did you turn the computer on? Have you plugged it in? No, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm telling you, sir, it's not that kind of phone line. Your enemy, I'm just Donnie, your friendly IT tech support, here to help you 24 hours a day, sir.
We are just typical normal humans who got lost in the middle of our normal everyday human lives. Nailed it. There's only one store they haven't hit yet, and it is right over there. Oh, convenient.
We should become superheroes. Squeeze me?
Peak comedy and my preferable comedy, but my favorite to this day is still Leo. I asked y'all who had the greatest anime portrayal. Okay, Griffith, Sasuke, Reiner, and Bolter, and Rachel. I would say these are probably the best anime portrayals in anime. Griffith won with a whopping 72%, which was not surprising. I think what's a little bit surprising though is Sasuke's percentage. I think that's a little disappointing for him to be at only 6%. Just seeing where Sasuke was and where he ended. And the evolution of Sasuke's character is one of my favorite things in anime, so that was a little disappointing. Rachel's was really cool too. I really enjoyed Rachel's betrayal. Who had the best betrayal ever in all of media? Griffith or Anakin? Because I would say those are objectively the best. 70% say Griffith, 30% say Anakin. I 100% disagree with y'all in every sense of the word. I think Anakin had the greatest betrayal of all time. I understand what Griffith did. I understand what he opened up to the world. But Anakin's betrayal shattered the entire ecosystem. Berserk is fucked up. But even Berserk before then was kind of fucked up. Anakin changed his decision that day. Changed the entire ecosystem of the entire universe. And he created genocide, not just on one planet, but multiple planets, even to where his own offspring led to genocide for multiple planets, a menace for years and generations to come. His betrayal sent a shatter through the ecosystem, through the ether of the entire universe. He ended an entire religion, ended an entire war. Both of them betrayed their best friend. Griffith was definitely more shocking because of just how evil it was. Anakin's was just, I think, was more sad, especially if you watch the Clone Wars. Griffith is just like horrible, and it's gonna shock you to your soul. But Anakin just makes me sad. And I kind of value that a little bit more. It just makes me depressed. Obi-Wan looking upon Anakin, how much he has fallen, right? And then, of course, he becomes Darth Vader, one of the most, if not the most iconic villain on the face of the planet. Oh, truly something we have to ask upon ourselves for the culture. Which one is the greatest anime of all time? Boku no Pico or a redo of Hitler? 74% of y'all said a redo of Hitler. I don't know why people were shocked about this on my polls. I just have an appreciation for the classic. I just have appreciation for a wholesome friendship, and the other one building a strong, wholesome community built on spiritual healing. What's the problem here? What's the problem? But I agree. Redo of Hitler is iconic. Okay, have you heard that ending? It fucking slaps. Also, who is the most wholesome character in anime? Okay, you got Kira, you got Shel Tucker, you got Griffith, you got Orochimaru. I mean, to me, like, what wholesome character? Kira, just someone who just wanted a quiet life, an appreciator and respectful to women. Shel Tucker, a family man, an American dream, with a great dog and a great daughter. Okay, Griffith, a helpful citizen to society and his community, and a great friend. Orochimaru, helpful to the entire ninja world and loves children. Where am I wrong? Where am I wrong in this? Where is the error? I could be an amazing lawyer. Someone better call Saul. Who would you rather be stuck in a room with? Felice Johnson or Hisoka? 76% of y'all said Hisoka. Now y'all said Hisoka because y'all assume if y'all are weak and then you're not a child, you'll be okay. Well, Felice Johnson, some of y'all might get the I'm a warrior. Understandable. Although I would say that if you're stuck in a room with Hisoka. Now, there's a difference. If you're just in a crowd of people, there's other people in the room. Talking about who he is targeting, sure. But I think y'all kind of forget how bad Hisoka's bloodlust is. And sure, he doesn't go after weaker people, let alone people with no power. He doesn't target them. But if you're in the same room with him, that might be a different start. So yeah, I probably would agree. I would say maybe some of y'all should reassess how crazy Hisoka truly is. But I understand. Who had the craziest anime arc on YouTube? FuziTube, Chris Chan, Bryant, Nikocado, Avocado. All of them are crazy for different reasons. I would say Chris Chan, from what I've heard, has the most lore, if you want to say that, to it. And it seems to be the most fucked from what I've heard. I don't know if all of it is true. What I've heard, a lot of it sounds under the jail. FuziTube's story is crazy if you just follow it from how high he was and how far he fell from grace. Nikocado Avocado, similar thing. Seeing where he was to where he is right now, you know, that character development is crazy. But I would still say Bryant, maybe because it's a little biased, because I actually used to watch his YouTube channel back in the day. And seeing that story still kicking somehow, still here somehow, still going somehow, he's still somehow relevant in people's mouths somehow the authorities haven't got to him, somehow he's still getting caught somehow, just kind of make it the craziest, at least in my opinion. So I can understand the 54%. Who had the best live action anime? 47% of y'all said One Piece. I'm not really surprised considering it just came out, so recency bias. And I'm not surprised Alice in Borderland was in last, because not enough people probably know about Alice in Borderland as far as something compared to something like Squid Games, right? But Alice in Borderland is the best one on the list. You know, there is such thing as a good live action anime or movie or TV series, and these four have proven that. So it is possible, Hollywood. Who had the worst live action anime though? Of course, Dragon Ball Evolution, Cowboy Bebop, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Death Note. I'm not surprised Dragon Ball Evolution won, although I am surprised Avatar: The Last Airbender didn't compete as much. Death Note, not much to say about Death Note. Cowboy Bebop, I wouldn't even say Cowboy Bebop is the worst thing on earth. It was just very disappointing as a Cowboy Bebop fan to see that series unfold like it did. But yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution. Who's stronger, Goku or Truck-kun? I don't care what you say. Truck-kun is multiverse level, okay? Multi-dimensional. Goku got beat by a laser. He cannot stand up to the ferocious might that is Truck-kun, who's also winning this eating contest. On a serious note, I honestly think Luffy would probably win this eating contest. He is rubber, all right? He can go on and on and on and on. I think the only thing that might give Goku an edge, even though y'all think Goku will probably win this, I totally disagree though. The metabolism of a Saiyan is pretty crazy, but Goku has shown that he can get full. Luffy, even if he was full, he probably would keep going. I don't think Goku can stand up to the test that is Luffy when it comes to the eating contest. Who would you trust more with your life, Chris or Mr. Krabs? Most of y'all said Mr. Krabs. Here's the thing about Mr. Krabs versus Chris. I understand y'all's thing with Chris and why y'all think the way y'all think, and some of y'all's solutions were in the comment section. Well, if you pay Mr. Krabs, he will protect you with your life. Here's the thing about Mr. Krabs and why I have a problem with voting for Mr. Krabs. Oh, serious? No. Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob, somebody he respects, somebody that he loves, somebody that is his biggest moneymaker. He sold him out. He sold his soul for 62 cents. Now, some of y'all said, well, I'm just going to give him more money. Here's the problem with that. This is what I think y'all don't understand about Mr. Krabs. It doesn't matter. He's in the moment. It doesn't matter. Mr. Krabs has no real sense of reality when you put money in front of him. You can put $1,000 in front of him or $1 million in front of him to protect me. But if you're not around him If somebody, that's what I'm saying, in the moment of the context, in the moment, SpongeBob was making him mad money. But somebody put 62 cents in front of him and he lost all sense of reality. Stopping, it doesn't matter how much money you pay him. Because if somebody later on is out to get you and they put money in front of him, right then and there, he's going to forget about everything you did for him. Because that's how greedy he is. He just wants the money in the moment. He doesn't care. That's how greedy this motherfucker is. So if somebody's out to get me, honestly, I probably, in my opinion, I would trust Chris more. But if it's just in general with your life, I will agree about the whole Chris thing. Because Chris will literally attempt to murder you just for fun. Just for fun, okay? He don't even need a reason, okay? He don't even need money. If it's for clout, he will get you murdered, okay? So I understand. I'm just saying, this trying to give credit to Mr. Krabs and saying, oh, he apologized for it, he was sorry for it. It doesn't matter in the moment. The nigga would do it again. Who had the worst show, quite possibly of all time? Velma review coming very, 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 very soon. Very, very soon. Velma won by a whopping 73%. I think the list is a little bit disproportionate. I do think The Idol competes with Velma. The Idol, I watched both of these recently. I put out the Idol video. They're about on the same par with how bad they are. The only difference I guess for The Idol versus Velma was so bad you actually want to be in tears. And a lot of times Velma actually was kind of boring. It's one thing to be bad. It's one thing to be terrible. But don't be terribly boring. Okay, the one thing I'll say about the Idol is not boring. Okay, you will get some chuckles. You will get some entertainment value out of that. So I can kind of understand that. As for She-Hulk, She-Hulk is just dog shit. Some people in the comments say, well, She-Hulk wasn't that bad. She-Hulk is bad. Okay, She-Hulk is a bad show. Riverdale, a terrible show. But I guess some people might think, well, the first 2 seasons weren't terrible. Or maybe there's some entertainment value for it to behold, to not be that terrible. But yeah, it should have more than 4%. If I were to rank them, I'd probably say Velma was the worst. The Idol's the second worst. Yeah, She-Hulk's the third worst. Riverdale's the fourth worst. Yeah, so yeah, I actually kind of agree with at least the placements. Who has the biggest plot armor in anime? Luffy, Goku, Naruto, and Ichigo, okay? A whopping 47% of y'all picked Goku, but the comments is actually the thing that really interested me. About 1,500 comments, and all y'all had a different opinion on this poll. Now, typically, when I put out polls, y'all skewed one way or the other. Y'all usually pick one way completely or the other, all right? And this one, all right, all y'all actually have picked or said or commented y'all think it's one or the other, okay, out of all these guys, okay, which I think says a lot that y'all have such different opinions on this. The fact that all these niggas probably have the most plot armor in anime outside of Natsu. All right, now 47% of y'all said Goku. I can kind of understand why y'all said Goku. I mean, with the whole meme thing going around, you know, can he be Goku though? But in my opinion, honestly, I think it's Ichigo, to be honest. I'm just gonna be real with you, dog. I think it's Ichi. I think y'all have a weird, when I was looking at these comments too, I think y'all have a weird outlook on what plot armor is. A lot of y'all think plot armor is a win to loss ratio for some reason. Plot armor is, by the definition, is a phenomenon, fiction whereby the main character is allowed to survive dangerous situations because they are needed for the plot to continue. Some of y'all really think Ichigo has the least plot armor, or some of y'all even said that you don't think he has plot armor at all because he loses a lot. No, that's not what that is. When these characters are in situations, when their back is up against the wall, that's why I think it's Ichigo, and honestly, I think Luffy comes in second, a very close second. When their back's against the wall, how do you write them out of the situation? What is the narrative that goes forward to get them out of the situation? In all of these animes that I've seen, okay, outside of like Natsu being the most plot armor written character I've ever seen, I think Ichigo comes a close second. Because honestly, Ichigo, when he gets power-ups, not to say they never built on him or develop him, I think all of these guys have foreshadowing to their power-ups to a certain degree. But I've seen Ichigo train for a day to a week to not even a couple of weeks. and he fights with literally the strongest characters in the series. He will get beat, then he will train for a little teensy wincy little bit, and then somehow come out stronger than the person that he's fighting, or come out with a dub than the person he was fighting. I mean, they did that basically all throughout Soul Society. Like, the power will be overwhelmingly different. And then Ichigo does a little bit of training, right? And somehow gets stronger than niggas that lived hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years living through the Soul Society and come out with a dub. That's basically Ichigo's entire career. And finally, something that I've asked y'all and that y'all should know. Is Sarah J a legend? 27% of y'all said yes. 17% of y'all said ew, no, because you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know culture, you freaking pagan. And a lot of y'all don't know who that is. Bless your heart, although I feel like most of y'all are lying. But yeah, that is it, y'all, for these polls. I appreciate y'all for always coming out and supporting, always coming out and discussing. Now let's see where that avatar for Dragon Ball Z is. 45 minutes later, 57% says Dragon Ball Z. Avatar: The Last Airbender at 43%. Hey, but there's still time, man. There's still time. Hey, man. These two come close every single time. That truly shows how iconic there is. But I do, you know what I'm saying? If I had to say better, you know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z! Anyways, that is it for me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace with two fingers.